Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be going over a team that I used, I guess at the beginning of actually I think it was 2 seasons ago, when everything was underpowered, and now everything's good. I've got a best buddy Umbreon. I've got a level 46 Scrafty, and then Muck doesn't even get XL'd. So, yeah, we showcased this team a while ago, like I said, maybe 2 seasons ago, and the main things that can go wrong with this team are Toxicroak. In the back, Toxicroak on a switch-in is going to be really bad because they can get to the mud shots and then take out Muck. And yeah, like Nidoqueen is really good nowadays, and that can be really tough as well since it has Earth Power to take out Muck and then is taking not very effective damage from Scrafty. Umbreon's decent against it, but with the buffs to Poison Fang, it's actually really tough. But this team's actually... So a lot of people play Nidoqueen, Double Dark. The reason this team is a little different is because the Thunder, or has more play. It has Thunder Shock, which has more play, or Thunder Punch, has more play against the water types. And there's a lot of Politoed running around, and there's a lot of Jellicent running around. This team is actually triple strong against Jellicent. So if you run into a lot of Jellicent, definitely try out this team. If you haven't, hit the sub button. Helps a lot on the channel. Now let's go ahead and get into the videos. I'm going to be showcasing 2 sets here. Actually, I've only played 2 sets since the last video, so these are both of them. Aggron lead. This is right when I decided I was going to play this team, and I was like, well, this is not a good matchup. Obviously, it's resisting these poison jabs. I do have Dark Pulses, and that's going to be my end game here. I'm going to switch into the bulky Umbreon here, just take a lot of damage for no reason, or for no cost, I mean. And they come in with a Shadow Poliwrath, sorry. And I have never seen this in Ultra League. This is a really unique team. I have seen Aggron twice before, I guess. Once by the 6 Ninja, and then once just some random other time. So this is going to be the 3rd time me seeing Aggron, and I haven't seen a Shadow Poliwrath ever. And I haven't seen Poliwrath since a long time ago, before XLs were a thing and everyone was using Politoed. So good on this person. Dynamic Punch, obviously going to be super effective against us. And then it also has Ice Punch. So the reason I go for this move here is because I know I can get their shield, and I'm deciding that a shields down situation is best for me. It gives my Muck a little more play against Aggron. I'm pretty sure 2 Dark Pulses is going to be enough to KO. Plus, we'll probably get at least 1 counter in on a switch in, which is going to be double super effective. So that's really my goal here. Take away the shields. Try to just get through this game. I want to just farm this down. We were counting, so we knew they could only make it to an Ice Punch. Plus, Dynamic Punch, not really too much anyways. So we have to assume... Can you actually go Politoed and Poliwrath? I think you can. It might be the team comp here. You see we get a couple of those counters in, and it is Politoed. So Aggron double Poly. What an interesting team. So I think I'm going to go straight for Foul Play here, and then if it lands, we can just go straight Pup after that. We did have a little bit of energy advantage. We got 2 counters in on the Aggron before the switch. And hopefully he doesn't shield this, although I don't know why he wouldn't. Oh, he wouldn't because it's so bulky. All right. And then again, like I said in the beginning, the reason I like Muck a little better than Nidoqueen is because it has better matchups against the water types with that Thunder Punch. And then, yeah, but it has a little bit worse matchup, obviously, against... like Nidoqueen, Escavalier, Toxicroak. Yeah, these things are tough. Escavalier and Toxicroak are really tough because they have ground type moves that can really come through here. Gonna have to shield this one. We still have Scrafty with a little bit of HP here. They have a little bit of HP on theirs as well. But I am going to be able to get to this Dark Pulse. I know they're not going to be able to throw a move for a little while, so I charge a little bit more. I don't know exactly when, so I do get scared and end up throwing this move right away. This is definitely going to KO. We saw the first one did about 45%, or maybe a little more than 40. And I know if I can just get to this Thunder Punch, we're going to be Gucci. So yeah, we get this one. GG to our opponent. We have Shadow Muck, so a little bit more damage output here, and that's pretty nice. So let's go on to game 2. All right, game 2, it's going to be Muck into Galvantula. It's a pretty neutral matchup. They actually end up switching, and then I decide to get a little bit of energy and then switch into my Umbreon here. This matchup is going to go the distance. I believe even if they go straight Earthquake, you win the zeros. I should really check the matchups, but I have played out this matchup a lot. A lot. There's been a lot of Politoads in these 2 sets. Let's say that much. It's already 2 for 2. And yeah, there's more to come for sure. This Politoad is like the best safe swap in Ultra League. So if you have a Politoad, definitely make a Politoad team. It's just so versatile, and you have no idea if it's running Blizzard or Earthquake, and it really can take shields from people. And even if it's not taking shields, Weather Ball is so freaking spammy with Mudshot that it's able to really pressure any of the Mons in neutral matchups. But yeah, this matchup's super neutral, but it's because neither of them really do damage to each other. So it does seem like we're probably one foul play away from the KO here. So I build up a little bit extra, but I'm definitely going to throw. I want to throw as Switch is coming up here. So our Switch timer is up on both sides. This may get a shield if they want to keep the Politoad for later. I'm not too worried about it being kept for later. They're probably going to try to switch in here. No, they don't. This won't KO even if it was Earthquake. So, but I could shield to preserve health. But we're going to go ahead and just save... And it was Earthquake. We're going to go ahead and save shields. This looks like it might be a 2-shield Scrafty game. Which, if you've seen me in Great League, you know I love that. Going to have to let this just go down, I think. Probably have to come in Scrafty. Go for the farm down. Because we don't want to get Earthquaked. I don't want to get pressured into an Earthquake, especially since they were able to farm us down. They were going to be like 2 or 3 away from that Earthquake. In fact, even with the counter damage here, they should be able to make it to another Weather Ball. Oh, they're already... Yeah, they would have had the Earthquake right away. So I just didn't want to shield it all, and if I come in Scrafty, Scrafty's bulky enough to just not shield any of this. Go for a big advantage. Hopefully throw this foul play into a Galvantula. Possibly... I think I'll probably end up switching out of this matchup. Maybe we'll let them throw a lunge first and then swap, but I could just see swapping anyways. Yeah, I do swap. This is 90% chance that it's a lunge, but also you can't really... Well, am I just going to take it? No, you can't really risk it. It's too much. And then they do come in with the Jellicent, and that's pretty much game over. If a team has the Jellicent on the other side, unless they had some, like 2 other hard counters... Jellicent's going to be pretty much auto-win for this team, right? So that's really nice. So, like I said in the beginning in the intro, if you are running into a lot of Jellicent, this might be the team to do it. It's just so anti-Ghost. I think in one of the games we even run into a Gengar, but Gengar can put pressure on in so many ways. Now that I've been, if y'all saw that short... now that I've been focus blasted, it feels like really bad to face Gengar because you have no idea what they're going to end up throwing. I do end up getting this. It's going to be resisted. They do sneak in a Volt Switch. That's not very good. But, we're doing damage to this, and in the end, we still have 1 shield and a half health Scrafty. We can just pup this down, and that's GG. And even if he were to KO this, the Poison Jabs will be enough to KO after... Oh, it has Cross Poison. Interesting. Yeah, after the counters go through, we could have just gone for the Poison Jab down in that case. All right, Muck and a Jellicent. So our whole team beats this. If they come into a slightly weirder counter, then we can definitely stay in with Muck. But I actually realized something halfway through this matchup is that I probably should be switching out into Umbreon at some point. And they do go for the Ice Beam, so I decide, you know what, I'm going to throw this Dark Pulse here. I'll probably go for 1 more Poison Jab, and then switch into Umbreon, maybe taking a Ice Beam to Umbreon. But also, we could get moves under that Umbreon too. And I did have the Thunder Punch there, which is nice. They actually end up not throwing, which is, you know, not nice. I do go for this Last Resort here. I really should be trying to fake the Psychics, right? I still like Last Resort a lot. There is Mandibuzz that you need to get through, and then also possible, I mean, any of the other dark types, like Scrafty, Obstagoon, the mirror match of Umbreon. It's all like necessary for Last Resort in Ultra League. I don't think you really can run Psychic, but we do end up getting 2 Last Resorts off, and I thought this was going to KO. It ends up not KOing, which is some pretty sad times. I think it's possible. Oh, I think they lagged a second. That's unfortunate for them. I definitely could have gotten to this Last Resort, I think, and I ended up throwing this Foul Play. This is a mistake. Definitely could have done an extra like 10% of damage, but it's okay. It is, well, actually, Powder Snow is a little bad for us, right? Because it can actually spam those moves off against us. We do have shields, and we do know it's a Jellicent in the back. It does have Ice Beam, but we know that Scrafty's really not going to be able to lose that matchup. They do have a switch in at one point, though, so we do have to be scared of that. Unfortunately, this is going to be that shield. It's very possible that they're just going to switch straight into the Jellicent here and go for a combo play. So Ice Beam could be coming out here. We have to be weary of it. I would... Oh, switch! Okay, yeah, okay, perfect. Okay, and these 2 shields, they actually didn't shield that Thunder Punch, so that's really bad for them because now both my Mon counter's going to be neutral, and what's it called? Poison Jab's going to be super effective, so all we need to do now is fast attack damage. All of these Ice Beams really not doing too much. I'm actually just going to go straight for the Foul Play. I believe I played this game last night, but I'm pretty sure that our opponent goes for the no shield here. I think just hoping that we were baiting. But after this no shield, it's too many no shields, and the fast attack damage is just going to pile up. We can definitely go for the power-up punches. It's going to do neutral damage. They have to shield something. Which sucks because it's either a Foul Play, which is resisted, or a Power Up Punch, which is neutral. And these counters, like I said, just going to be adding up. They cannot farm us down. That would be insanity for them to even attempt. I think they're attempting it, though, which is kind of weird. I think Switch is probably up, and I think I will... Well, the counter damage, though. Yeah, but we might get a Poison Jab through. Yeah. GG. All right, this is going to be Game 4. I really like this team, by the way. I think now that everything's powered up, it's actually pretty nice. Obviously, like I said, there are some problems, but not as many problems as the Nidoqueen Double Dark team, and people running that team still a lot. Oh, really good catch on this Ferrothorn here. But we are going to come in with a Scrafty and be able to totally get through this with a Power Punch. Man, I really wish I feel like I say this every video, but I really wish I had a Ferrothorn. I think I only have like 30 XLs, so it's really never going to happen unless there's some event. But I almost have, I traded 50 Clefairy the other day. I almost have an XL Clefable. I don't have any Dust though, and I think we still need like 60 XLs, but when I say almost have it, it means you know, it's in the 2400 CP. I could just play it right now. Skarmory is another one that I really wish I could have, but Skarmory nests, Skarmory and Politoed nest. At some point, there's gonna be a nest with them. Maybe it'll be. I think they rotate next week. Maybe it'll be in like 4 weeks, but it will nest at some point, and I'll be able to get that, so that'd be nice. Anyways, we take out the Ferrothorn. I decide not to shield here. Still no shields used on either side. With Ninetales in the front, it means that Umbreon probably has a good matchup in the back. It possibly could be a fighter, which actually would be a little tough. Probably not going to... Oh, interesting. I wonder if in the moment I thought, you know, it could still be a fighter in the back. I think it could be Talonflame as well. Or it could just be Politoed. It is Politoed. It's always freaking Politoed. Save swap central. Man, I am just not able to talk in this video. Sorry, y'all. Anyways, Come into this super neutral matchup. We obviously don't want to stay in. We want to bring Umbreon in while Alolan Ninetales is not in, so that we can do some neutral damage. You know, neutral is always better than resisted, obviously. This matchup we did see earlier. We see in every match. Actually, that's 4 Politoads in a row, right? Okay, let's see if all 5 games have a Politoad. But anyways, what I was going to say is we know this matchup's going to go all the way to the timer, to the switch timer coming back. So we do need to be mindful of that. Maybe try to keep a last resort up worth of energy to throw at the Alolan Ninetales. And then they think maybe they caught, but they're actually taking that neutral last resort, which is actually doing a decent amount. So yeah, we're definitely going to throw this one. And like I said, we're about 2 or 3 into this next one. Switch timer's almost up. You can see that muck on the other side. Actually, we were only 1 into that one. So I won't throw right away. Boom, throw last resort. This will KO. And if it doesn't KO, we'll switch into muck and then farm this down. We still have enough HP here on Umbreon that we can beat the Politoad with Umbreon by itself. And that's going to be it. Earthquake here, not really going to do a lot. Save a shield for... I don't know. We'll save a shield for next season. I don't know. We'll save it for Muck, but obviously we have so much freaking HP that it doesn't even matter. I probably won't even shield this Muck, to be honest. Nah, I'll shield it. I'll shield it. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. Farm it down. That's GG. All right. Moving on to Game 5 here. So this is Game 5 of the first set. Oh, no. We had a classic game crash. Classic Niantic. Nice. At least it was after the game. Escavalier. So I said this was going to be a really tough match. Yeah, we resist the counters, but we have to shield the drill runs. I can't really switch into anything. Scrafty is the matchup I want Escavalier to be in. Unfortunately, my safe swap is Umbreon, which if it goes into this matchup is going to be awful because it possibly has Megahorn, and Megahorn's going to be super effective against Umbreon. I think it does about 45%, which is pretty crazy to think about. All right, we have to shield this. It could be drill run. They're actually 1 away, I think, from the next drill run also, so that's pretty tough. We do get this off. I was trying to get it off before they got another move, and then maybe swap into Scrafty to catch a move, but, you know, that didn't happen. It is getting lower, though. We have a win con. I probably don't even shield this. Save that last shield possibly for... Yeah, because he's running out of energy now, and we can possibly save this shield for Alolan Muck against... Not Alolan Muck. For Muck against... man, this is tough. Against this Cavalier. I think I have to come in Umbreon here. But I have a feeling that I came in Muck. I don't know why I'm thinking that, but I really should come in Umbreon. Yeah, that's a mistake. Oh, what did they have in the back? Probably Politoad, right? Every team's got Politoad. Wait, what was in the front? Was it Politoad? No, it was a Scavalier. It's probably not a Scavalier. Or it's probably not Politoad. That's a weird team. It could be Dragonite, which would be tough. It would be close. Oh, it ends up being Swampert, and I really regret throwing this Thunder Punch. I think I saw the water typing, and I thought, you know what, let's throw this Thunder. I think I really thought it was going to be Politoad. So I end up throwing that resisted move, and actually think that would have won me this game. Spoilers, I do lose this game, but it was so close. You see I am farming up a ton here. We are out of energy, and I need to be able to throw one of these moves into the Escavalier to possibly take his shield away or KO it. Either way would be perfect. Not looking to get any extra farm. I'm looking to just get rid of Escavalier. The problem is he has 2 kind of like ground units and 1 neutral unit against Muck. So Muck kind of didn't have a lot of play, but he kind of did too, right? Because if we had landed that Dark Pulse, think about the HP difference that this Swampert would be at. We would take the shield right here for sure. And I think they're going for double Hydro Cannon here. The countings, this person messaged me after the game. His counting was really impeccable. I almost had the switch window up right there. If we had caught one, we would have been pretty good. Well, yeah, no, I think we would have been really good, to be honest. But I also shouldn't have tried to get to this because we end up CMP tying. I end up getting KO'd. We should have tried to swap on the move. Ugh, just so much, actually. Actually, we wouldn't have won with the Dark Pulse, but we definitely should have switched into the Muck. You saw we tried to do it on the move, and then we didn't do it on the next move. We definitely maybe should have done one, yeah, something like one Snarl and then a swap, and then that could have been enough maybe. So we ended up going 4-1 that set. That was a really tough lead. That person told me he's up like 300 points with this team, going like something like 14 out of 15 games or something like that. I can't remember, but he said he's on a super hot streak. So we were kind of on a hot streak too here. Okay. Porygon Z. I knew I was saying something wrong. Porygon 2. Oh my gosh. So we know it has Tri Attack, and I think it has Zap Cannon. Definitely got to this move too quickly. We obviously want Scrafty against this. So at some point we do need to switch. But I decide, you know what, I make it to this Dark Pulse, I'm going to throw it anyways, even though my attack is dropped. I think it's a 33% chance to do one level of attack and defense drop. So we lost one there, and hopefully we don't lose one here, considering how math works, right? I think they end up going for the Tri-Attack here, and they do not get the debuff, which is perfect for us. Actually did a little bit more damage than I thought. Ends up coming in Venusaur. We have a little bit of energy advantage. I know that Venusaur is actually pretty good against Umbreon, but we do have the advantage here. I think we are going to be able to pull a shield. I think 2 Frenzy Plants KOs from here. Definitely with the Vine Whips added in as well. And I think we need 3 Foul Plays. Let's see. Yeah, the 3rd Foul Play should be enough with the Snarls coming through. So hopefully, actually, I hope this becomes a CMP tie. Actually, this is great. Unless it's false CMP and they double win, or they get 2 moves off, which would be absolute absurdity. But it does happen. Yeah, so we're definitely going to look at the shield. Maybe they'll farm up a little bit more. Also, we could swap back to Muck. Actually, this is a great idea. Swapping back to Muck here. The only thing you have to worry about is the possibility of another grass in the back. But we also still have half an Umbreon, or 30% of an Umbreon, which is pretty good. This probably KOs Porygon Z. I imagine... I actually don't have oh my god, Porygon Z. Porygon 2? I actually don't have a Porygon 2. But I assume it's not very bulky. Ends up being a Skarmory. So it's actually not too terrible. Well, except that we don't get the move off and it gets perfect farm. I think that was 4 air slashes. But we do have 2 shields and they have 1. And we still have Umbreon, which will survive a Sky Attack. So these are all good things. Our switch is also almost up. They're at 6, 7, 8, 9. I throw here. So they're 1 away from 10. Or actually, I think they might have gotten to 10 here. So I decide to swap. And then I end up catching... Yeah. It was 10. So they were at 10, so I knew, they're almost at full energy. They're at 2 Sky Attacks. They're definitely going to throw a Sky Attack here. Umbreon is close to a move, so we won't get farmed down before we get to a move, which is nice. I believe they used their shield on our foul play there, and we still have 2 shields, even though he's going to get a decent farm here. Oh, no. Yeah. Even though he's going to get a decent farm here. But I probably will just double shield and go power-up punch. That way they don't catch anything on the Venusaur. Venusaur is completely out of energy, but I believe it still has about 10% HP. And I really don't want them to catch, so just going to start ramping up my pups. Even though it is resisted against Venusaur, like I said, they're not close to a move. They need 5 more Vine Whips, and we'll be able to farm this down. And I think they ended up quitting, so rip. Yeah, they were trying to leave the game. GG. All right, Politoed, we're back at it. Oh my gosh. You know what? People should be building teams to beat Politoed because obviously Politoed is the biggest part of this meta if I'm judging by the videos that I put out. And I play a pretty decent amount. Obviously, I haven't played too much in the last few days, but I play a decent amount. So the fact that this is another Politoed is insanity. I actually end up shielding this Earthquake. And my reasoning for this was because I thought for sure there's going to be a Ferrothorn in the back. But I don't know what that actually buys me. So Ferrothorn's taking, I think, neutral damage from Muck. Maybe it is still resisted. I forget if Steel is immune or not. And then it's going to be taking neutral damage from Umbreon, and Umbreon wins a lot of neutral matchups, so I imagine, yeah. And I threw right before they got to the second Earthquake. That way they could decide if they want to shield, and then I wouldn't have to shield anyways. And they do come in with a Powder Snow, Alola Ninetales, so I decided I'm just going to stay in this whole time, go for pups. If they throw a Dazzling Gleam, they throw a Dazzling Gleam. I'm not going to shield. We obviously have regained alignment. Yeah. I'm trying to think. I think Politoed is good against Muck. I don't know. It's close. But yeah, obviously we have the perfect alignment now that we want. We have Umbreon for this Politoed, and we've seen a... It's already like, this is the 5th time in this video I believe there's been a Politoed, and I'm pretty sure Politoed has taken on my Umbreon in all 5 of these videos, so I didn't even think about that going into this, but yeah, lots of Politoeds out there, y'all. Just counter Politoed and you'll win the game. The problem is, Politoed is one of the safer swaps, right? I think Ferrothorn beats it really well. Venusaur's okay. The thing is, they will get an Earthquake off, and if they have Blizzard, they will get a Blizzard off, so it really depends how scared you are of Blizzard. Let's see, what other matches aren't great for it? I guess Jellicent isn't that great, but also 2 Earthquakes almost KOs as well, so yeah, Politoed's just a beast, even in the matchups where you think it's supposed to auto-lose. I guess Kingdra would be pretty good as well, but I think you have to land an Outrage for sure. Anyways, we have lots of time to talk about anything because this matchup takes forever, and apparently it's in every single game. So, yeah, can't wait for that Poliwag nest. I don't know how much candy I have for Poliwag. Let's see. A lot of time going here. Oh, they end up switching back into this, so we switch into the hard counter. Opening up my game while this is happening. See how much Politoed candy I have. I think I actually have a lot. Oh, wait. I think I've used it all, actually. So I think I don't have any candy, but I think it's actually pretty high level already. Let's see. I have a rank 7 Ultra League Politoed. It's at 2344. What is that? So it's level 43.5. Oh god, I need 220. No, not 220. 160 more candy XL. Okay, well, I've got 9, and I have 2 that I can transfer into XLs. Man, this matchup's still going. Okay, Thunder Punch, and that's gonna be GG. Holy, that's one thing in Ultra League is everything's so freaking XL bulky that the matches just last forever. All right, Muck into Surfetch. So this is actually a pretty good matchup for me. The only thing that we truly, and we desync, that sucks. The only thing we truly have to be worried about is Brave Bird, and I am worried because the 2 things in the back do not want to see this. So I'm fine shielding Muck if they end up going up to 7 counters, because I'll believe them. And they end up shielding here. That's great for us. Fantastic. I'm going to shield too. They shielded, we're shielding. Perfect. It is a Brave Bird. So let's see what they switch into. They actually end up switching into Mana Buzz. I end up throwing this Thunder Punch, and no one really knows why. I don't know. I definitely shouldn't have thrown this, but, you know, it is super effective. And then I come in with Umbreon, and this is another reason why you need that last resort. You need to be able to take on these Mana Buzz. It is a Snarl Mana Buzz. I assume that's better for me as Umbreon, but it's definitely better for me as Scrafty, so this matchup's going to last a lot of time, and they're definitely going to be able to switch out, especially since I threw a move on Muck. They were able to get to 2 aerial aces before we were able to even throw one of our last resorts because of that energy gain they gained by me staying in on the Muck a little too long, but it's okay. We do know we win this matchup. I just want to stay high on energy. I can still throw a move at the Surfetch, hopefully a last resort, but I am throwing this last resort. They're going to be close to their timer after they throw an aerial ace. In fact, after this last resort and their aerial ace, their timer might be up. In fact, it might be up now. It's very close to being up. There it is. So my timer is not up. I end up throwing this foul play just to realign the timers. Yeah, and I think he's going to go for Brave Bird again, if I'm being honest. So I think they're already at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now do I care? Yes. The reason I care is because Aerial Ace or Dark Pulse or Foul Play are not going to KO me. Shadow Ball might KO me if he's running Shadow Ball on Mandibuzz. So I know I'm going to get one of these super effective Thunderbolts off. Thunder Punch. Man, I've said that move wrong every single time so far. And I know I can actually get a few more Poison Jabs in here to maybe get to another Thunder Punch. So I'm going to go for a few more. I think I'm going to go for 3. Throw this Thunder Punch, be 1 away from the next Thunder Punch. Guys, wait, what's been up here? I'm going to bet Politoed in the back. Was it Politoed in the front? I already forgot. No, it was Surfetch. Ooh, it's not Politoed in the back. It's Talonflame. So this sucks. This is going to be super effective, but we're going to get taken out by... Oh, they actually end up shielding it. So all shields down. Perfect. I decide what I'm going to do here is come in with Scrafty. Yeah, because they're not going to want to Brave Bird me right away. They're going to want to ramp up. So this is already the 3rd Incinerate, 4 Incinerates. I just don't believe that this would just be a psychopath to Brave Bird right here, because it would mean they would be 2... they would be in range of getting KO'd by 2 foul plays from Umbreon. But also without Brave Birding me means that this Scrafty is still going to have a lot of damage to output. We do end up throwing this foul play. And then what I want to do is go 2 hits and then switch to Umbreon. That way they throw the move onto Umbreon, giving me more energy on the Scrafty, which I'm going to possibly need later to end up throwing onto this. 1 foul play will KO, and we do get there. So, GG. But the plan was definitely don't come in with Umbreon first, because then you allow them the chance to just ramp through for free. Come in with the one that they're going to have to throw a Brave Bird at to KO, because we had full health and we can still deal damage, you know. Alright, this is perfect. It's a decent lead. Oh, I do remember this match. I end up miscounting. Not miscounting. I guess just forgetting that they get to the second Weather Ball on 4. I knew they got to it on 4, but instead of throwing on 3, I threw on 4 and then lost CMP, forcing me to shield this matchup, which I definitely didn't want to shield, especially since I threw this move. Yeah, that's not great. So I'm going to definitely want to undercharge this so that I don't just... Yeah, this sucked. Let's just be real about it. This really sucked. But I'm going to undercharge a little bit, try to get some of that energy back. It's definitely not going to be as much as I could have gotten. We do get 2 poison jabs, though. We're almost at the Thunder Punch. It's something, you know? And it ends up being a Nidoqueen, which is even worse. The fact that I wouldn't have had to shield would have been really nice. I think this Nidoqueen does something crazy here and ends up going for like a full farm down, which is absolutely wild. Definitely made me lose track of the energy counts because there was just so much energy coming into this Nidoqueen throughout the rest of this matchup. I end up throwing this, trying to bait them into a Dark Pulse. Not a lot of people know Mux counts. We do end up getting the shield, so now we're at shield parity. The thing is, this has done like 13 poison jabs at this point. But I'm not too afraid of an Earth Power. So with that in mind, I'm not going to shield, and I can't get baited because I'm not really afraid of it. Oh my god, I definitely think there's a Politoed in the back. 100%. Okay, this might get a shield. I actually think this does get a shield, because they're very low, and it does seem like if this is my counter to Nidoqueen, Nidoqueen might be very good against me in the back. Oh my god, a lot of lag. This is another reason why I lost count here. I don't care if an Earth Power comes through here one time, reduced defense. That's still not going to be enough. And they're probably going to want to switch. They end up switching perfect. Really, really good timing on their part. I probably should go for 2 more Snarls and then switch out. Please do 2 Snarls and switch. Oh my god, that is perfect counting on my part, or perfect energy management. Sometimes even when I watch my videos, I'm impressed. But that's the way you should do it. Make sure that you can get some of that energy back. If the Nidoqueen's almost one away, you want to make sure that you do have that one foul play to really push it through there. Now, the question is, how much energy does the Nidoqueen have right now? And am I in Earth Power range? I'm probably not in Earth Power range. But I think this Politoed is going to take out my Scrafty if I want to save the shield. If I don't want to save the shield, it's possible that I can farm down. But also, Nidoqueen is very close to... Actually, I think his timer's up right now. So I might be getting combo played here, but I also might not worry about it. I could shield this and go for a foul play in one more, but like I said, I don't really know what the energy count here is, and I don't want to get double Poison Fanged. So, yeah, we're definitely in Earth Power range, though, so I end up going for a shield here. I didn't know whether they had Earth Power or not, if I'm being honest. And then I thought about, well, they are going to get to a Weather Ball because Snarl does so little damage, and I definitely need to get rid of this Nidoqueen, not knowing its energy count. It could be 2 away from the next Poison Fang, but Politoed really doesn't do a lot of damage because it's so bulky. I thought maybe I could even live a Weather Ball at that point, even reduce defense from 25% health. You can let me know in the comments if I can or couldn't have done that. But yeah, here we are in this matchup. So it takes 6 turns. Actually, I think it's 5.5 turns for Dragonite to get to Dragon Claw. So that means it's basically getting there when you get to the Thunder Punch. And it wins CMP. So this matchup's not great. So what I've decided to do is throw this Thunder Punch. They're definitely going to shield it. Because it is neutral and it's Shadow and we're Shadow, so it's a lot of damage. And then I'm going to switch to Umbreon and try to catch this Dragon Claw right here. So right when I get to it, switch out. Boom, catch the Dragon Claw. So no energy now left on this Dragonite. And it is actually pretty low. Scrafty can farm this down with just straight counters. A pup if you need to. But this is pretty good. The Empoleon coming out here, not that great. Umbreon would win this in the 0 and 1, I'm pretty sure. But we did take a decent hit from a Shadow. You know, we did take a hit from a Shadow Dragonite, so that's good to know. The only thing in the background that could be good for us is that it could be a double Steel line, or it could be like a Snorlax in the back safe swap line, which would be really good. Yeah, we get this foul play off. I think we'll get the next... No, I think we CMP on the next one. And then, obviously, we lose CMP against most things as Umbreon. But especially Empoleon. Empoleon actually has a huge attack stat. Unfortunate, because this would have KO'd. And then I have to make a decision here if I'm going to come in with the Muck and get this like giant farm down. But probably we won't be able to farm this down, even though it is pretty squishy. So I'm going to come in with the Scrafty, start getting the counters going, get close to the Power Punch. Even if they come in with... Okay, what do they have in the back? Oh, I think this guy had Gengar. Yeah. Oh, God. Don't get Focus Blast. Don't get Focus Blast. You've already been Focus Blast on this channel. Don't do it. So I decide I'm going to throw this foul play here, and then I have to decide whether or not they're going to switch on the next foul play or not. I'm definitely going to shield because I just don't know. And we are technically at the foul play, but now I'm so scared of them switching in. They end up throwing Sludge Bomb. So that's really good for me to know. I end up switching. They end up switching. I end up throwing this Thunder Punch. Maybe I could have gone for a farm down. Because this ends up being a little bit of a mistake. Maybe they would have farmed me down first is what I was afraid of. I mean, they definitely would have. It's not that big of fear. But I know they're running Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb's not going to one-shot Scrafty. And also, there's no possible way they're running Sludge Bomb Focus Blast, right? Right? No, they're not. And the foul play from this range is definitely going to KO. So, yeah, GG to our opponent here. We actually went 5-0 in this set. We went 9-1 overall. This team's actually sick now that I have the Umbreon fully leveled up and a little bit of a bigger Scrafty. at level 46, I think. And yeah, this team's actually pretty good. By no means have I been doing great in Ultra Premier. I am around 3250, I think. I was as high as 3400, 3406, I believe was the highest I was. And I've been as low as like 3090 since in Ultra League, you know. So days are going up and down by like random amounts, but this team actually feels really nice. I'm gonna try it out as much as I can. Unfortunately can't really play any games today, so maybe tomorrow after this video's out and everyone knows my team, I'll be able to get some games in, but we'll go ahead and find that out. Thank you again so much for your support here on YouTube and the support on Patreon from Patrick Juan, Delightful Daydreamer, Rio Cal, Marlon Date, Josh Lambert, and Norris JT791. And again, thank you everyone on this channel for your support. We hit 5,000 subscribers here on YouTube. Absolutely floored. It is simply amazing. I can't believe it. I'm trying to get you videos out every single day this month. It is a struggle, but I'm doing it, and I'm doing it for y'all, and y'all are, I'm obviously seeing the support from y'all, so thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.